So the different forms of equations that we've seen so far of a straight line is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. This is called the slope-intercept form. Okay, and the second one, so if you're given the slope, you're given the intercept, then this is the form that you use. These are the two things you need in order to write down the equation of the line using this particular form. Now the other one is called the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. It's called the point slope form because what's given is a specific point on the line, and that is x1 comma y1, and we have the slope which is equal to m. If you're given the slope, if you're given a point, then that's the form that you'll need to use. Now, given the slope and the intercept, it's the first equation. Given the point and the slope, then plug in the point x1, y1 and the slope into the equation, and of course you can put it in the slope-intercept form, any form that you want at the end. Now, suppose we are given 2 points on the line. Let's say one of the points is -1, 3, and the other point is 4, -5. If you're given 2 points on the straight line, and suppose we need to find the equation of the line, we could use the point slope form. So for the point slope form, we need any one point, and it really doesn't matter which one. Let's say we call this x1, y1, and if we can find the slope, then we are done. We can plug in the numbers into the second equation, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now, if you remember the formula for slope, y2 minus y1, so the change in y over the change in x. Okay, so let's find the slope first using this equation. So m equals, we can call, if this is x1, y1, we could call this x2, y2, basically the second point. So -5 minus 3, so y2 minus y1 over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is -1. So this is -8 over 4 plus 1, 5. So it's -8 over 5. So if we know the slope, now that we know the slope, -8 over 5, all we have to do is plug it into the equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now x1, y1 can be any one of these 2 points, but since we've labeled this x1, y1, we could use this. So it's y minus y1, which is 3, equals -8 over 5 times x minus x1. So this is y minus 3 equals -8 over 5 x plus 1. Minus -1, the negatives cancel. Now we could put this equation in the slope-intercept form, which means we need to solve for y. Solving for y would mean adding a 3 on both sides. So y is equal to -8 over 5x minus 8 over 5. We are distributing the -8 over 5, and then of course we add 3. So y is equal to -8 over 5x And then we combine these two numbers using a common denominator of 5. So that is negative 8 plus 15 over 5. Let's simplify this. This would equal negative 8 over 5x, and 15 minus 8 is 7, so it's plus 7/5. So this is the slope-intercept form of the equation. We started off by using the point-slope form. Given a point, given the slope, use the point-slope form. We're given 2 points again, and we're going to find the equation of the line. If we can call one of the points x1, y1, the other one x2, y2, this will remind us that the slope can be calculated using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We need the slope and we have a point, and if we can figure out the slope, we can write down the equation using the point slope form, because we know a point and we know the slope. So let's see, y2 is negative 3 minus y1 is negative 5. Be careful the way you write it down. You can do the work later, just plug in the numbers first. Negative 1 minus negative 3, so x2 minus x1. So let's simplify this. 3 plus 5, negative 3 plus 5 minus 1 plus 3 equals 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So the slope is 1. You could use any one of the points. We're going to use negative 3, negative 5, and plug the point and the slope into the point slope form. So y minus y1, be careful, y1 is negative 5, so it's minus negative 5 equals m, which is 1, x minus x1, which is negative 3. So y plus 5 is equal to x plus 3. Solve for y to put it in the slope-intercept form. So subtract 5 from both sides and we get y equals x minus 2, and that's the slope-intercept form. The slope is 1 and the y-intercept is negative 2. Now, so we have to find the equation of a line passing through this point 1, negative 2 and parallel to the line y equals negative 3x plus 4. So remember, parallel lines have the same slope. So our line that we are trying to find the equation for, passes through the point 1, negative 2, and the slope of the line is the same as the slope of the other line. This is in the form y equals mx plus b. So the slope is negative 3. Now all you have to do is put it in the point slope form. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus y1 is -2 equals m, which is -3 times x minus x1. So y plus 2 equals -3 times x minus 1. You could leave it here, or you could simplify it further and put it in the y equals mx plus b form. We subtract 2 on both sides, distribute the 3, so 3x, -3x, negative times negative is positive, 3 minus 2, so y is equal to -3x plus 1, and that's the equation of the line.